Hello everybody, welcome back to the greatest hits albums. And in today's episode we're going to look at the band The Eagles. One good reason for looking at the band The Eagles is because of this album, which is one of the greatest selling albums of all time. It is The Eagles' Greatest Hits Volume 1. It covers the early days of the Eagles up to 1975, I believe. 1976 was the release date for this one, or the year of release. This features the early hits Take It Easy, Witchy Woman, Lying Eyes, Already Gone, Desperado, One of These Nights, Tequila Sunrise, Take It to the Limit, Peaceful Easy Feeling, and Best of My Love. Fantastic album. Bit controversial because the band was only on the go for a couple of years when this got released. Everybody thought that was a crazy thing to do, but leave it to David Geffen to come up with the idea, I think, to release this and make it, as I said, probably one of the biggest selling albums of all time, be it a compilation album. Now, their career continued for a few more years anyway, in their early incarnation before they got back together. And then they came out with The Eagles' Greatest Hits Volume 2. And this includes the later hits like Hotel California, Heartache Tonight, Seven Bridges Road, Victim of Love, The Sad Cafe, Life in the Fast Lane, I Can't Tell You Why, New Kid in Town, The Long Run, and After the Thrill Is Gone. This one came out in 1982. And it really completes what I think you need in order to listen to the Eagles. I'm not a big fan of a lot of album tracks of the Eagles, I have to say. If they weren't hits, they really don't work that well for me, although there are some tunes that are great that are in the catalog that didn't make it to this. So, you know, if you got these two albums, you don't need anything else. But I'm trying to pick the greatest album, so I do have one other option here. It's a later greatest hits package called The Very Best of the Eagles. It's a 2-disc set. Let me demonstrate here. I don't know if I can open it up a little bit. You see a little bit of work in there. It looks like disc number 2 is still in here for some reason. And almost everything I have is in my player, so I'm not sure why that one's still there. I have to check and see why I didn't include that in my players over there. Anyway, disc number 1 contains the tracks Take It Easy, Witchy Woman, Peaceful Easy Feeling, Desperado, Tequila Sunrise, Duel and Dalton, not one that you would be familiar with from the other two. Already Gone, The Best of My Love, James Dean, again another pickup there, Old 55, Midnight Flyer, On the Border, Lying Eyes, One of These Nights, Take It to the Limit, After the Thrill Is Gone, and it ends with Hotel California. On disc 2 we have Life in the Fast Lane, Wasted Time, Victim of Love, The Last Resort, New Kid in Town, Please Come Home for Christmas. They threw in a Christmas tune, they're nice. Heartache Tonight, The Sad Cafe, I Can't Tell You Why, The Long Run, In the City, Those Shoes, Seven Bridges Road, a live version, Love Will Keep Us Alive, Get Over It, and Hole in the World. So it includes a few of the tracks that came out on their Hell Freezes Over, which came out after they got back together, after Hell actually froze over and the Eagles got back together. Because that's what they said when they broke up. We'll get back together when Hell Freezes Over. But anyway, must have happened. So clearly, this contains almost all the hits from the previous two. So if I were to make a choice as to what the greatest hits album is that you want the most for the Eagles, I guess I'd have to go with this package here because the 2 discs combined to sort of give you everything you need. And if you're like me, you're buying this stuff used these days, a little bit of damage on the case, but I think this one cost me $1 or $2. You can't go wrong. Alright, so my pick for the greatest hits album of the Eagles is The Eagles' The Very Best Of. And I suggest you pick it up whenever you get a chance. Now, if you can get the other 2 for $1 a piece, go for those. They're great too. Anyway, that is episode number 2 of the greatest hits albums. And hopefully you can see how the format works. Basically, I am viewing the greatest hits albums that I own of these artists and comparing them to figure out which one is your best bet. All right, or which is the one that you probably want the most. So I don't own all compilation albums by the band. I know there's other incarnations of compilation albums, but I think the 3 that I own are considered the ones that are probably most sought after anyway. But if you find anything out there that you think I should be interested in and looking at, maybe something that's a little bit more comprehensive than even this one, then please let me know, and I will certainly add it to my list, and we'll make a call on that at a later date. Anyway, take care. Peace out.